All right, hello and welcome everybody back to the stream. I'm Yoursimcfi. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Today we're going to be checking out the Just Flight F70. This is, of course, the smaller version of the F100. I think, don't quote me on this, but I'm going to say that basically the wing design of the engines look pretty much the same. Probably just a shorter fuselage, I would estimate. So anybody obviously in the comments is welcome to correct that, as I'm just making that up. But I'm just going to go with that. We're going to be taking this Just Flight out today from Midway over to Toronto. I'm going back to Toronto because they just put out a new Fly Tampa update for it, and I kind of want to see if they did anything different. I think they did stuff with the grass and stuff, so I'm just going to see if that's any different. Really, that's kind of it. So we're going to go check that out. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. Hope your Monday night is going well. We're going to have some cool videos coming up for you tomorrow as well, so keep an eye out for that. Mr. Matty, welcome. Good evening to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. But this is the F70 with the American West Express livery, operated under Cactus, I believe. Looks like basically the same 3D modeling quality, just of a shorter design. Beautiful sunset here over in Midway. Thought it'd be actually nighttime already, but I guess not. A little bit of our daylight is still remaining. Put the engine up, or the game sounds up for you. You'll be able to hear them now. And yeah, we're going to get this show on the road. If you guys want to check out anything in the Contra web shop, be sure to check out my discount code down below. I'll save you 10%. And there's tons of discounts down there you guys can check out as well. So feel free to take a look down there and save some money, whatever you want to save money on. We're going to start this flight out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the jetway, which I've actually already done that. I'm also going to go ahead and tell the iPad to reload our flight plan. We're going from Midway to Toronto. AWE, it's Cactus 1121. Go back to the aircraft tab. We're going to import this from SimBrief. Let's do this in 5 minutes. And the boarding will take 5 minutes as well. So we'll start the process for all that. And while they're doing that, let's open our flight door is open. Can't board with the lights off, so let's go battery on. External power on as well. And now we should have lights. There we go, beauty. Check out the American West Express kind of cabin. You can hear baggage and stuff, but you can't actually see anything. That's okay. Haven't noticed anything different with the updated YYZ scenery, but I haven't looked too carefully. Yeah, they said they did some stuff. I don't know. I was just seeing. I really just hope. I just want the grass to be fixed, but there is a mod for that, anyways. Continuing over here, we'll get our navigation lights on, and we'll select our emergency brake or emergency lights. Sorry, to armed, and that is well, might as well continue. We're gonna skip the test today. There's no failures, so we're just gonna say everything works. If you guys want to see the test being completed, I did in the previous 2 streams for you, so you can go check that out. IRSs, we'll select over to the nav position. There we go. Florida Man, hello, welcome. Ashton, hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Yo, that scenery you guys got going on, Fly Too High's Westchester scene is very, very beautiful. If you guys want to check that out, the first stream we did in this aircraft, the F100 variant, we flew to the brand new Fly Too High Westchester. Was quite blown away. We're gonna go back in there shortly, pretty soon. Very, very nice scenery. If you guys want to save money on that, there's a discount code down below. It's just code Yoursimcfi. I think it's 12% you can save on that scenery, or any scenery from there. So really, really good scenery is coming out of Fly Too High recently. I can't wait for your upcoming stuff. Notice a few changes that it's that's accurate to IRL. Yeah, I haven't been there since the update, I don't think. I went last in the RJ. I don't think I had it updated. I'm gonna bring up our brightness knobs here, and we're gonna start bringing up our brightness knobs of everything, just because it's gonna get nighttime pretty soon. So we'll just kind of have everything ready to go. Standby instruments will get those going. Let's get our screen brightnesses up as well. Nothing too crazy, just because, again, it's gonna be nighttime, so I don't want to be full blasting those. Get that up and running. Get our 2 iCasts up here as well, just at the bottom. Ready these 2, and we're good to go. Seems like there's a dome light on in here. I think there is a dome light on in here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. I think from memory it's down here. It's one of these. Just feels like I got like so many lights. Or is it up here? There we go. Turn that off. Don't need all that light. It still feels like there's a ton of light coming in here, but it's probably from that. Let's board them a little dimmer if we can. That seems brighter. But anyways, let's continue on. This airplane's pretty cool, guys. I think you're gonna enjoy this aircraft once you get your hands on it. We're gonna go down here and we will start initializing our FMS. So we're gonna type in simply KMDW to CYYZ. Oh, there you go. We're gonna click Align IRS. Try Houston coming soon. Let me know, man. I'll be there. I'll be there. That's some cool Southwest ops I think I can do out of there, right? Next page, we're just gonna have this autofill. So we're gonna come over here and we'll select our little iPad function. We'll click performance. Quickly gonna grab the weather. We'll press import from SimBrief, import live weather, invalid SimBrief OFP. Oh, whoops. That's actually true. I made this for an F70 or an F100, but we're an F70. Let's refile the flight plan real quick. Let's press OFP reload. That's better. Aircraft. Well, we're still boarding. Hopefully it's fine. We're boarding the old weights. That's okay, right? Just gonna sign into VATSIM here. We're AFE1121, and that's Cactus, I believe, is the call sign for that. Oh no, we're AWE. Whoops, not AFE. AWE 1121. There we go. Got an ATC, got a squawk as well. Perfect. Come back here anyways. Performance. Get those charts up and running. See if I get an ATIS. I don't think anybody's controlling us. We've been having quite bad luck with that. For right's departure. 4 left that's chosen. We'll choose 4 right. We'll import the live weather as well. Press calculate. Let's calculate our V speeds. 1.8 to super. Wow, that's changed. That's completely different. So the F100, it rotates around the 130s usually. So this is a very big difference. 118, 118, 126 on V2. This thing's going to be a rocket ship. A VT 160. It's flap 0 departure. Flex 50. Trim is 3.2. Transition altitude 18. Thrust reduction 15. And then the headwind, tailwind components. That's all good. We're going to press export the weights, sends to the FMS, export the speed, sends to the FMS, and export TogaFlex, and it'll send TogaFlex right there for us. So we're all good to go there. Extra 5 minutes remaining on the IRS. While we're waiting on that, we can just clear all these little warnings here. So it's filled all that in for us, and it's filled all this in for us as well. We're going to change... Let's see, I'll press the B button. We're at about 16 or 600 feet or so, 650. So we'll change this to 750 thrust reduction, about 1000 AGL. That'll work just fine. And we're going to click the takeoff, or nope, we're going to click the flight plan button. Midway. Make my screen a bit smaller here. And we'll be taking... Sid. We're taking the midway 7 departure off runway 4 right. That's it. Insert that, and then over there in Toronto, we're going to be taking the Nuber 6. And that'll be via query. I will insert the runway a little bit later on down the road. Takeoff approach should have the runway now. 4 right. That's perfect. That's all good. So we're good to go there. 4 minutes left for our alignment. We're doing good. Yeah, it seems like there's... I'm gonna press the L button. That'll turn off all the lights. There, all the lights are off. I want the nav and logo. Let's go ahead and... I don't want those. Let's go ahead and turn some of these lights on here. A little bit of that, 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 a little bit of that. There we go. Just a little bit. Seems like there's just there's so many lights on, but there actually isn't. Well, everybody's on board. Fueling's completed. We'll go ahead and turn the or the seatbelt sign on. Our landing elevation over there in Toronto is 500 feet and 1,000 feet there. So 500 just about right there is perfect. We'll go ahead and start the APU. Give you guys some sounds outside. Cue up some Rush. Yeah. I joined from DTW, playing Battlefront 2 at the same time. Good luck with that. Slink, welcome, welcome. YYZ. I thought I was going crazy because I said F100 on my VATSIM. Yeah, that was my mistake. You're not going crazy. It's usually me. There we go. Cancel that master caution. The APU is available. We'll go ahead and deselect our ground power there. I'm all the way over here. And we can... I'm just going to import this quickly. Instant refueling. And we'll do instant boarding as well. There we go. It's going to change a little bit.
Boarding is complete.
Thank you. Performance. Let's do this just real quick. Just to make sure. And we'll send all again. All right. That's all done. Let's go ahead and get rid of the jet bridge. There she goes. Oh, there's air stairs. That's kind of cool. I don't... The 100 have air stairs? No, the 100 has like a door that opens to the side. This is a completely different door design. That's interesting, actually. Unless I'm going nuts. Oh, that's cool. I can hold the up button. Nice. And then lock it. Ka-clunk. Door locked. Nice. That's good. Oh. Dim. There we go. Dim. Let's turn them on for takeoff still. We'll dim those a little bit. I think it'd be bright actually, but we'll leave it like that. That's just so much more of an enjoyable experience for a passenger. Anyways, let's go ahead and close our door. Gonna go ahead and lock that door. We'll set up our autopilot panel. On the Midway 7 departure, actually it's Midway 8 departure they're up to now, so this is a little bit old nav data. That's okay. It isn't, but it's okay. Runway 4 right is going to be a heading of 047. And the Midway, we're allowed to go up to top altitude. We only have 3,000 feet, which is quite small. There's no one controlling us to my knowledge, so I might just leave it to our cruise altitude, to be honest with you. Let me check. Yeah, no one's controlling us at all, so we'll just go up to the cruise. The cruise altitude is 350. We'll set 350 here. We're going to turn on our flight directors left and right. We'll select navigation and profile, which is like LNAV, VNAV basically. Perfect timing as our IRS has just came alive. Awesome. I like constraints and I like to have traffic shown. We're going to go ahead and uncage our standby artificial horizon. Perfect. Alrighty. Trim we can't do just yet. Frequency we can do though. .ctaf AMDW. Nope, that didn't work. .ctaf KW. It's 35 to 200. Whoops, oops, 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 oops. $35.2 auto ATC assigned us a squawk code of 6251. 6251 is set in there. We'll go transponder on. Get GSX to come give us a nice little pushback. And we're going to be nose to the right. Yeah, obviously there. Well, that's amazing. You're not ready for pushback. You're not hooked up, but whatever. Another F100 stream. Plane could release any second this week. This is actually an F70 stream. This is a different stream, my good sir. But yes, no, we're back in the Fokker. It could release any second. Look, the lumbar support works. There's no way. Can you actually see it move? No, you don't see the lumbar move in there. I kind of wish I could move the iPad. I know you can get rid of it. There's like a switch here. Oh, that's how you get rid of the yoke. All right. You click this, it gets rid of the iPad for some reason. But I can't move the iPad anywhere else. I don't like how low it is. I want it to be like here. That'd be nice. All right, I think we've got actually pretty much everything. We're gonna do the rest before we, or after we start our engine, so we should be good to go. Just for a visual representation, I'll set my MDA here at 1750. It's more of like an acceleration altitude that we've programmed. Click every button possible. 1750 up. We're gonna go nose to the right. All right, before we release the brakes, it's going to be beacon light on. Well, this one doesn't have a taxi light. Okay, that's interesting. The other one did. Beacons on, seatbelts are on, pressurization's been set, fuel pumps, probes, and a window. Window I could actually did earlier, but that's my mistake there. We'll throw our hydraulics on for the push in case we need our parking brake without an engine. Transponder is on, parking brake off. Oh, wait. The heck? There's a fuel truck constantly asking for me to refuel. I don't want to be refueled, and we're going to bang into it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, drive right into me. I've written F100 too much. Wanted to write F70, but brain changed. It's all good, my friend. I'm just being annoying. You're all good. It's the same thing, basically. All right, guys, go and spool these engines up. So, gonna go ahead and grab our starter switch, and then we're gonna click over to the right side. Oh, these views are all messed up. They're set for the 100. We'll do that in a second. Looking for 20%, and we're going to add our fuel. Beautiful CRJ on the other side there. All right, let's go and spool number 2 or number 1. %, add fuel. Beautiful engine sounds there. Let's go ahead and do our after start. So reset. Okay, can't reset, but whatever. Hydraulic electrics can come back to off. The engine-driven bumps take over that. Engines master can get turned off. APU can get turned off. Auto brakes can be set to RTO right here. Our automatic lift dumping system can be armed. And a trim of 3.2. Right about there. We'll go turn off our gust lock or our flight control lock. We're going to press our takeoff config. Takeoff config is okay. No status messages. Perfect. We're cruising, man. We're cruising right through this. We got used to this airplane quick. Flap 0 departure is normal, so we'll do a flap 0 departure. Gonna wait till we see the tow bar go away, and then we'll be doing... we'll get ready to taxi, really. S Aviation, hello, welcome to CFI. Why are we flying an old plane again? Because it's awesome. It's awesome. It's actually not that old. It's they still fly today, and it's very automatic, believe it or not. Nice. I like that they have two AFBs. That's quite nice. In case you want to fly from the other side.
Cabin is secured.
Thank you. Cabin secure. Let's run through our after takeoff or after start checklist here. For taxi, anti-ice is not required. APU is off. Alert lights are out. Flaps 0 set. Trim is 3.2 set, indicating 3.2 is required. Ground equipment is removed and cleared, and we have their tow bar in sight. Taxi out checklist. Nav systems are set. FMP still don't know what that is, but it's set. Fuel levers are open. Lift dumps is armed. Transponder is set, and flight controls are not checked. We'll call it good there. And the taxi out checklist is completed. We'll press next, and we'll leave it there. Like, I love that little yoke system they got going on. Turn on our nose taxi light there. Parking brake is off. We'll get going. There's that traffic that just called out. A little bit of thrust to get moving here. Very little required to get breakaway thrust. We'll be taxiing quite a ways. We're be taxiing Tango 2, Tango Yankee, crossing 31 right. Midway traffic. Oh, wrong button. Midway traffic's American correction. Cactus 1121, taxiing Tango 2, Tango Yankee, holding short 31 right for the cross at Yankee. Old planes are great. I think so too. Oldest I'll go is the MD-11. Nah, bro, that's not even old. That's not old. You gotta go 727 SNA. That's a beautiful plane. The rudder's a little weird. Especially when it's fine in the air, but steering in the ground is not fun with it. Turn these brightnesses down. They're very bright. There we go. Oh, I should probably turn the airplane, shouldn't I? It turns on a dime, this thing. Alright, we're taking the next left turn at Yankee. Might as well throw our wind inspection lights on as well. Why not? Okay, Yankee's coming up right here. Slow down a little bit for this turn. And we'll take the left-hand turn, clear on the right. Traffic's just landing on that runway. Midway traffic, it's Cactus 1121 crossing 3-1 right at Yankee. Alright, it's a straight shot from here. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. Let's throw our strobes on for this cross.
Traffic Southwest 5, 64 clear of 4 right.
Alright, strobe lights back off. That panel lighting looks pretty good. That looks pretty good too, that backlighting. Wow. Lighting is very nice in this airplane. Thank you guys all for watching. If you haven't done so, press the like button and subscribe. Really appreciate all the subscriptions we get here. Oh, I think I forgot to change. Let's see, my mistake. There we go. So if you subscribe and chat now, it should appear in the boxes there. I start slowing down. Midway traffic, Cactus 1121 lining up runway 4 right. Oh, I was actually pretty good on that turn. Alright, we're clear on the left. Clear on the right, from what I can see. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. Lights on. Strobe lights, we'll go auto. Beacon's already on. Transponder down here can go TA and RA. We'll give a bit of a warning to the...
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
There you go. Alright, if you guys are ready for this, get those flex emojis in chat. This thing's going to be a rocket ship. We're rotating 118 knots. You guys ready? Let's go and run these engines up. Auto thrust. That was the wrong button. It's gonna work, but that was the wrong button. There we go. Precious runway to give up at midway, though.
Thrust set. 80 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate.
Gear up. This thing is a rocket. Holy crap. 18 degrees nose up required to maintain. That is crazy. All right, let's go ahead and give myself a waypoint here. Chicago Midway in the distance there. Lordo, thank you so much for the subscription. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. It's a beautiful nighttime departure out of Chicago. We're using the Yoursimcfi design Midway, and we're also using the Yoursimcfi design Chicago City Pack on the left there. This airplane hand flies very, very well. Not expecting any icing in this cloud, as the temperature is 14 degrees. If it persists a little higher, might expect it, but for right now we're fine. Select the autopilot number 1 on. A little bit of an after takeoff flow. We'll leave the lights on. The wing inspection will be turned off. Don't need that anymore. Belts will stay on. Everybody can stay seated for the time being. They're above this clouds. The dumping system gets automatically disarmed. The auto brakes gets automatically disarmed, which is quite nice. And there's Chicago City Pack just on the left there. Beautiful, beautiful city pack as it fades away into the clouds. This thing is a rocket ship. My gosh. Take off the nose light. Don't really need that. Wow, look at the reflection. That's fantastic. That's a screenshot right there. I know just the person to send it to as well. Mr. Yoham. Where are we flying at? Midway to Toronto. We're gonna check out the new Toronto update from Fly Tampa. They did some things apparently. My mistake. What's the temperature now? 15? Oh, we're fine. Is that getting warmer as we go? These lights look fantastic. That looks really good on my screen. You guys probably can't tell, but all right, we're through 10,000 feet. Lights off and retracted. Pressurization is checked. It's been pretty smooth. We'll keep the belts on, but we'll let the flight attendants out of their seats. I want to go around there? Really? That's kind of cool. Nothing much out there. I don't know where all you guys are coming from. We got 33 of you guys in here. Really appreciate that. You're just joining us on our climb out in the beautiful F70 by Just Flight. You know, it might be a good time. I don't think there's any storms out here, but let's check out the weather radar works. We're tilted at +5 currently. The tilt does work. I'll do a tilt of about +3 if I can find where it is here. There it is. +2 or +3. I don't think these clouds are convective anyways, but now in real life you can tilt down and actually see the ground. Let's like, because it's just a weather radar is just a Doppler radar. Sorry, without the it's just a pulse radar without the Doppler filter. So whatever it gets, it sends a signal out. The thing it hits reflects the signal back, and you get a return, and that's about it. So, oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. It's kind of interesting there's a master caution for that. I've actually had a PFD fail in the CRJ once flying home. It just burnt out. It was dead. There's no master caution. He just goes away. You just lose it. That's kind of funny as a caution for that. That's a good looking flight deck in the dark. Oh my gosh, yeah. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? There's some dome lights up here. That looks really good. Let's put the storm light on. Very nice. Set all these to... I guess I only have one setting. I don't think I'm gonna leave the floods off. I'm just gonna have the backlighting on. I'll leave it like that for the time being. Any interesting CRJ stories? I've had a lot of stuff. Multiple nose wheel steering disagrees. Our caution message. How do I word this? The one where it was the most annoying was we took off, gear up, and the caution came on, and then we had to end up taxiing back in LaGuardia with just differential brake and thrust, which was not fun. I've had a total and right fuel quantity just completely disappear on the ICAS message. We only had left fuel quantity right after takeoff on a very quick 15-minute flight, so that wasn't too fun. It came back eventually, but before it came back, all I did was I added the left fuel. I doubled it up because usually the tanks are pretty similar. So I doubled the left fuel, got a total fuel from that, and then from that figured out what our minus or our mid fuel would have been, but then we got the fuel reading back, so it was fine. Just various weird operational things. I operated once without a auto pressurization, so you have to manually pressurize and depressurize the cabin as you climb and descend. Done that. Did it where the auto temperature wouldn't work, so you have to manually adjust the pack temperatures as you climb and stuff. It's a little interesting, that one. It's very easy to overheat those packs if you aren't careful, or overcool them as well. So, all sorts of things. Where are we headed on this night flight? We're going to Toronto. We're checking out Fly Tampa's updated Toronto scenery. Or see what they did to it. See if I can notice anything. I might go to daytime after the landing just to see if I can notice anything in the daytime. But that's what the goal is today.
We're gonna be set up ILS for it.
Whoops. Should probably go to 22.8. There we go. Very cool. Number one recommended scenery, MSFS 24. Number one? That depends. That depends on what airline you like to fly, what plane you usually like to fly, and yeah, it depends. Because if you're a GA person, I'd recommend a different airport than a, you know, I fly only Delta or whatever, or only Qantas, right? Number one scenery. I'm gonna go Lisbon. MK Studios Lisbon, especially with the city packs at nighttime and all that kind of stuff. It looks pretty fantastic. MK Porto looks very good too, and those are both in Portugal. MK's Rome. I guess I know that's not number one, I guess, anymore, but Rome is very nice too. There's a lot. I don't really have a number one. I don't think I can even give you number one. It all depends on what you want to do. Geneva's amazing. Zurich's good. On the regional side, brand new Fly Too High's Westchester is a beautiful looking airport. There is a discount code for that in the description if you want. Code Yoursimcfi for Fly Too High. Gonna hit the B button for transition altitude there. And we're gonna go ahead and see real quick. Where's our top of climb? Right there. Top of descent is just past Query, so yeah, we're not too far away to be on. Probably another 40 minutes or so. Yeah, this flight deck at night is beautiful. Guys, we're really close to 18,000 subs, by the way. We need another, I do math? Yeah, 100, call it 130, like 4 or so. More subscriptions. We get up to 18,000. That's crazy. The ambience inside is a nice at night, too. Yeah, it's a nice little white noise, right? Until I start talking. But it's a nice little white noise in the background. Didn't even consider the type of flight and craft. IFR flights are super easy in the sim, but I'd like to get back into VFR flights. Make my own routes and fuel planning. Seems a lot more manual. It's a lot more fun. It's a different type of fun. Definitely fun. I'm gonna be doing a not a full ground school course, but almost like a full instructor course when that 172 comes out. I used to be a flight instructor on it, so we'll do all sorts of stuff. We'll talk about attitudes and movements. We're gonna do the climb, descents, steep turns, stall spin, all that kind of stuff. We'll do all of it. I got presentations and everything from back in the day. Airtones, hello! It's been a long time. He's live. What's up, my man? What's up with you? Yeah, we're doing good. We're in the Just Flight F70. Been in the last 3 streams. We did 2 F100 streams and now the F70. It's a beautiful airplane. There's a couple things here and there that needs to be adjusted, but for the most part, it's very, very good. Visuals are great. Sounds are great. Performance is great. Systems are good. The autopilot logic and the auto thrust are the only problems that I've noticed, and a real F100 pilot told me it is a problem. They're a little sluggish in the descents with flight level change. They'll either overspeed you or underspeed you quite a bit in the sim, whereas in real life it's pretty bang on. So that has to be changed. But for an early access build of this thing, I'm loving it. Loving this thing. Tyler's Pub, hello, welcome. Says hi, hello. Been doing a lot of VOR flying with the Fokker 28 lately in the sim. It's been fun. The Fokker 28, I don't own that one, but it does look really cool. We're gonna get back in those in the Constellation and DC6. And all you guys destroyed the Constellation stream. There was like, it ended with like 800 views, which is already good, and then it went up to 12,000 for some reason. So we'll definitely got to do another Connie stream. You guys really liked that one, so we'll do a little bit more of that. That'll come up shortly. Really appreciate all the love tonight. It is almost 11 p.m. on a Monday, so whoever's showing up for this, I really appreciate you. Det says, I love the Fokker 28. Yeah, I don't own that one yet. This is all thanks to Just Flight that we're flying this in the first place, my contact there, so thank you so much for allowing us to showcase this to you early. Without them, I wouldn't be able to show you the plane. You're flying it right now? Nice, nice. I was looking for you at the Expo Sunday. Didn't quite catch you, but for early access, not too bad. Yeah, no, early access is great. Yeah, I was there all 3 days. I was there the first day I got in a little later on 2 p.m. I was there at the Expo, and then every other day I was there from 8:30 in the morning all the way. Well, a couple lunch breaks here and there, but for the most part. Yeah, I don't think I saw you at all. I was pretty incognito. I just had a white or black shirt on it with my logo on it, and that's about it. So I hope to see more of you guys next year. A couple came up and said hi. They noticed the logo, but I hope to see more of you guys next year. It's going to be in Vegas, so that'll be pretty cool. There we go. Is that a view or what? I haven't reached top of climb yet. It's taken quite a while. You want to get the DC6? Buddy, the DC6 is fantastic. I have 3 tutorials on my channel right now for it if you ever need them. I got a VOR tutorial, which is more of a generic VOR. It's not technically towards the DC6, but generic VOR. Then I have a autopilot tutorial. Sorry, a little tired. And then I have a cold start tutorial on the channel as well. I have a cold start video for this ready to go. It's edited, it's on YouTube, it's just set to unlisted, just waiting till the airplane comes out, so when the video hits the market, you guys can actually use it and not just see it, forget it, and not use it. So once the airplane's out for everybody to use, I'll give it to you guys on the I'll show you guys the video there. It'll get launched out. Yeah, climbing out at a measly 0.6, 0.66. CRJ were normally 0.77. Quite a difference. Let's start setting up for our arrival here. Why don't we? So let's go over here. Let's bring the brightness down a little bit. I don't know what that does, but anyways, we're gonna click this button, and then we're gonna click that button. Landing, import from SimBrief, import live weather. 24 left sounds reasonable to me. Toronto, 9,000 feet to use. Braking action is good. Landing flap will be 42. It'll be auto brakes low. It's dry. 35,000. Landing weight. We'll go and press calculate. It brings it right there. We can go to our FMS. Let's see if we're leveling off here nicely. Perfect. Takeoff and approach. Flap 42. And that'll be a V approach of 121. There's no gusts, so 0 wind correction is needed. 121. Very super slow approach speed. The CRJ and its lightest weight approach are on 122, 123 as well, actually. Believe it or not, the CRJ 900. I've had an approach at 122 knots in that thing, and it's a sluggish airplane at those speeds. But this airplane's more built for that. Much straighter wing. But that's something to consider in real life when an airplane, a swept-back wing like an RJ, comes in at 120 knots. You have to plan your flare a tiny bit differently than your 130 knot landings. I saw you on the first Saturday morning, but saw you were with someone else, so I didn't bother you. But then I was looking for you all day. I didn't see you until afternoon. Yeah, no, you can bother me. I don't care. I'm talking to everybody I talk to is all either friends from Discord, or I only had a couple that I knew. Like my buddy Justin was there. He flew the 321, or flies it currently in real life, and so he came with me. And but yeah, you can come disturb me. I don't care. You're not really disturbing. Toronto Center is online. Perfect. Perfect. 25,775. Let's go over here. 25,77. We'll just leave it on the standby until he tells us to switch over. All right. Let's get the ILS frequency all set for true 4 left. It's 1195. And whoops, and the approach course of 237. Boop, there we go. MDA of 750. And we'll plug it in here. Flight plan. Toronto. Star. Nuber 6 query still there. The ILS 24 left. Go ahead and insert that. We're going to go ahead and delete the discount, and that automatically deleted the other query, so it nicely just makes it align for us nicely, so we're all good to go there. Something that's interesting about this airplane, guys, I don't know about the 70, but the F100 is a brick. That thing can slow down no problem, especially if you need to use it. This aircraft is equipped with a speed brake, not spoilers, not flight spoilers. It literally has a speed brake. If I pull the speed brake, this thing comes out. Oh, it don't even let me do it because we're going too fast. But there's a giant speed brake at the back that opens up. Quite good at getting rid of drag. Hey, Ray, maybe even do your own booth next year and sell shirts. I think that'll be a very big negative in the profit margin. I think people are going to come to that. Set this up to 8,000. That's from memory. Just going to check it out real quick. 250.11, 250.11, 210.8. Yep, there we go. Bottom at 8. Now, what I found is the VNAV, I don't know if it's supposed to automatically start descending you in this airplane. I've tried it literally earlier today on stream, and it didn't work. So I'm going to get to where it says top of descent. I'm going to unclick profile. I'm going to re-click profile just before we hit top of descent, and then have it capture it. I had it blow right through, and it didn't care. So I'm not sure how to do it. Maybe there's a pull function. Oh, look at that. There is a pull function. Descent is armed. Aha! We figured it out. This airplane's weird. It's like it's Airbusy and Boeing-ish MD-11. It's like Airbus and MD-11 came together. The RJ is like Boeing and Airbus came together, kind of. This airplane's like Airbus and the MD-11 came together. Beautiful little airplane, though. I don't know why it's so bright in here. These people want to sleep. What are you doing over here? Turn that crap off. There. There you go. Freaking bad flight attendants there. There we go. That's a beauty. I ended up talking to you later. I was the one that spoke to you. Yeah, I remember. No, I 100% remember. I think we met earlier before that, too. Yeah, we met at the expo first. Are we playing Rush yet? But, you know, I would. The problem is I actually don't know how to make this thing go into manual VOR tuning mode. There's no pull function on this. This is your VOR is here, and it's in auto mode right now. It's automatically updating the INS as we go. And I'm unable to make this into manual mode. There's definitely a way to do it. I just don't know how to do it. Nor I've figured it out how to do it, so. We don't fly at night too much of this stream. I know you guys like the daytime, but sometimes it's nice to fly at night as well. The visuals obviously aren't as good, but that works, right? Do the flight deck seats adjust? I believe so. You can do the... Let me turn the dome light on here. You could do the seat armrest, the lumbar, and... that side lumbar. It looks like it's fixed. That's kind of weird. But it looks like the chair is like fixed in its position almost, which I don't know how that works. But anyways, you can also do the let me put those on. You can also put the seat, the jump seat. You can do that. You can also activate his cup holder for some reason. Let's go ahead and arm our... Actually, we're going to leave that off for now because I'm going to screw it up. But we are going to do auto brakes to low. We'll do that now. I don't forget. Does this fly compared to F28? I have never flown the F28. I can't answer that, but it's I assume it's the F28 but modernized basically. The flight model to me feels pretty decent. Is it the best in the sim? No, but it's pretty decent. To me, the MD-11 is the best in the sim for flight model. Hands down. But this is pretty close. This is a very good flight model. I think it's a bug. Maybe it'll add when it drops. I don't know. I think what's happening, this is kind of like the Boeing, the 7.5 and the 7.6 do this. It'll give you this readout when you're in automatic VOR tuning mode. And the reason you'd be in automatic tuning mode is because your IRS receives data from, in this case, our GPS. But if you didn't have GPS working or GPS on board, your VORs are automatically being tuned along your route with DME information, and that's feeding your IRS, constantly keeping you aligned. So right now, I believe they're in auto mode. That'd be really... I don't think that'd be a bug. That'd be a pretty bad bug to have at this stage in the game. It could be, but I don't think so. I swear the only streamer I've met who got that. Really? I'd be quite surprised. But yeah, no, I like Rush. Yeah, if you guys don't know, what me and Slant are talking about is Rush has a song, the band Rush. They're a Toronto band, actually. Very famous rock band. You know, Neil Peart, best drummer of all time. They have a song called YYZ, and the reason that song exists is one time they were taking a private jet back to Toronto, and the pilot tuned in the VOR and listened to the Morse code, and it went beep, 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 whatever, it did its thing. And so they made a song out of that. So if you go search up online, Rush YYZ, the beginning, the intro to that song is the VOR. Anyways, that's so you can listen to that if you want to. It's a Rush, very famous band, and the song is YYZ, and it got it from the VOR Morse code. That's why that song exists. And once again, I forgot to start my my elapsed time. I'm very bad for that. The RJ does it automatically for us, so I'm just clicking stuff, just see what happens. Look at that. There's like a reflection right there. This is your weight card. This automatically will count down as you lose weight as well. So it's for an F70, takeoff and landing data, 69,000 pound card, V1 rotate, V2 flap retraction, and then our VT speed, flap 42, VREF 115. That's crazy. That's nuts, man. We're not doing that. Did you see that AP bleed is spelled bleed? Yeah, I think I saw it in I think I saw a Simblitz video that says it, right? That one's right. Oh, they fix it? Bleed, bleed, bleed. I might have fixed it. EFIS mode selection on EFIS control panels. This is to put yourself in the VOR/approach mode. That should be in standard. EFIS mode selection on EFIS control panels. Nothing here. That's a cool bit of Rush trivia. Exactly. Textures look pretty good. Dude, they're fantastic. They're really nice. I don't know if they're going to win any awards. I still think the MD80 and MD11 look better, but I think they look pretty good. For now, it's called bleed. Yeah. I don't know. I think they fixed it, though. I think they fixed it. It's probably a quick fix. Look above AP bleed. You will see it. Above AP bleed. Oh, right there. Bleed. Bleed press. Yeah. That's all. Whatever. That's one letter. Whatever. We'll give it to them. I see America West livery in a live. I click and subscribe when I see Simcfi. Nova, thanks so much. Appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, we're in the America West livery. We need virtual wipes to tidy up the common surfaces. No. I don't think I'm going... I fly here quite a bit, and I swear it doesn't look like that. These lights from 34 grand are a little bright. It looks like we're in space or something, like... Maybe I just never realized. I don't know. Actually, no. What it is, I never did this before. It looks right down. Let's turn our lights back off here. Seems like an easy fix compared to the other bugs. Yeah, for sure. Guys, we're now 133 subscribers away from... We're going to count it down from 18,000, guys. It's quite incredible. Hope Sim Update 6 fixes weather radar. I won't hold your breath. Alright, gonna get off that frequency before anything happens on that. And we're gonna do it in a way in case someone's trying to troll me, where you can't even see what frequency I go to. You're pretty much in space at that altitude. I don't think humans can even breathe. No. You'd still fall to the earth if you fell out of the plane. Will be nice having vertical speed again when the F100 comes out. The very old mode of Fokker 28 does not have that. I guess it only has, what, a pitch function? It's pretty funny, actually. So our flight recorder tool, we have that ready to go. Really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much for that. Let's see where our top of descent's coming up here. It's coming up here at Herbal. We're just passing Query. This is the transition into the Star. And then we got Nook. And we got a tailwind of 80 knots, so it's kind of it's pretty ambitious. Take your top of descent that close. Just lower these a little bit. There we go. I don't know about the EXPO selection thing. The manual on their website definitely states it can be changed from the automatic to manual tuning. Just don't know where it is. Yeah, that's my problem, is I just don't know where it is as well. Oh, that's cool. You click it to an FPV if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but I'll go back to I'll toggle it back to regular dual Q flight director. Yeah, I have no idea where they would put the auto VOR, manual VOR tuning, but at least I was correct with my theory. So theory has been proven to fact. Oh, that's cool. You can transfer that in case you lose one. A very advanced airplane, actually, for its day. Can I make a PA announcement? Folks from the flight deck, it is I. Oh, I thought I'd be able to hear it. So contact me for Toronto Center. We'll flick on over. Oop. Toronto Center, Cactus 1121, flight level 350.
Cactus 1121, hello, identified. When ready, descend to flight level 240, information, Quebec.
Got go back 240 and ready. Cactus 1121.
Lufthansa 205 Super, turn right heading 040 and descend 4000.
240 set. Descent is not armed. Descent is armed.
Right turn 040 down to 4000, Lufthansa 205.
Nice. 90% of the time, I don't either. I like the VR to VR navigation, but it's there if you want it. Yeah, I use the F28 as most bare bones it can be. It's fun. Yeah, I like doing that type of stuff too. Maybe I'll request Just Flight to send a copy of their F28.
Good night, Toronto Tower, Air Canada 175 descending to
Doing a whiskey on Vats and throws the
17,000.
controllers for a loop.
Canada 175 Toronto, identified.
Sometimes
Cross
because they don't get
Easton
much
at
practice with it.
17,000, Toronto altimeter 2999.
Yeah, it's fun to do that stuff, or even an INS. It's fun for that too. I should try VATSIM again after my first try. I got Wasm crash and never tried it again. Oh, VATSIM's not the cause for that, Sleepy. That's an airplane
Canada
problem.
175 Easton at 17,000, altimeter 2999. Information, Quebec for 24 left.
Eastern at 17,000, information, Quebec
East to
for
the
24
low.
left, Air Canada 175.
Cactus 1121, expect 24 left, altimeter 2999.
909, and we'll expect to for left. Cactus 1121.
Toronto Center, good day, Aircast 601.
We'll put 2999 in our standby altimeter.
Canada 601, Toronto identified. When ready, descend 240, information, Quebec.
When ready, descend 240, information, Quebec, Aircast 601.
There's some TCAS targets there, so that's working. That's cool. It's a weird place for a takeoff configuration warn or config test. See, I thought I'd be able to like pull on this or something and then cause it to go manual, but it's not a thing either. Maybe it's up here. Avionics, audio, stab trim rudder, inhibit flap, flight director command. Nope.
Lufthansa 205, turn right heading 150, descend 3000.
Not in there.
150, 3000, Lufthansa 205.
I know it's an airplane problem. I just felt bad and it's scary. Ah, you're all good, my friend. The controllers are there because they want to have fun controlling, so they'll be fine. Just watch some videos, get used to it. Don't go to any events, but most times controllers are more than welcome to have you help out or have them help out. Something I don't understand is the Fokker 170 came after the MD-80, but Fokker don't have VNAV like MD-80. This has VNAV. Yeah, we have VNAV. It's called Profile. It's armed right now. See? And it's armed for descent. So as soon as it grabs the top of descent, which is about to, like, literally right now, it should start to descend. So descent just went green, and we're on VNAV. There you go. Good time to comment that. And we started descent 35 for 24, leaving 35. You know what I noticed? I never took the belts off. You can have 2 minutes of piss. Config test button location is very RJ-like. Avro RJ, I assume. The CRJ doesn't have a button for that.
Lufthansa 205, turn right heading 210, cleared ILS, runway 23 approach.
Right turn 210, cleared ILS 23, Lufthansa 205.
Cactus 1121, descend 1000. Altimeter 29er.
Okay, continue 1000. That's Cactus 1121.
1121, if you'd like, I can offer you the RNAV Yankee for 2-3. I think that'd be a lot more efficient for you.
I'll keep the 2-4 left. It's a new airplane for me, so we'll keep to what I know. Cactus 1121.
Short, that's fine. We'll stay on 2-4 left with the ILS approach.
But once you get field in sight, we can call the visual as well if needed.
No, it's all fine. If you like a visual, we can do that. But I don't desperately need you on 2-3. Just wondering if you'd like.
All right, see this thing?
Lufthansa 205,
So it's starting to get really fast, right? That's okay. Watch this.
3,000 feet.
Sorry about that.
A clunk?
Yeah, you're quite low. You might get a terrain alert soon, so I recommend you maintain current
Look what that
altitude
does to the
until capturing
speed.
the glide path.
Just destroys your capability of accelerating. It's quite interesting, actually.
Again,
And then you can just get rid of it.
No, you're all good. Canada 175.
I wonder what that would feel like.
The altimeter is 2999 for 2-4 left.
1000, the altimeter 299 for 24 left.
Player 69, I'll get ready early here in Montreal, or sorry, Winnipeg's offline or surveillance services terminate. You're clear to the honored frequency. Good day.
Alright, radar service.
Believe me, the
survey.
worst
Thank
thing you
so
can
much
do on
for
VATSIM
the
is just
service.
randomly
Have a good
disconnect
night.
because your
Player
game crashed.
69.
You are still
Use
doing
well,
pretty
see.
good compared to some pilots the controllers have to deal with. Yeah, exactly.
Air Canada
Such a good
601
point,
plan number 2
Dead
for left.
Idol. Never been on VATSIM, but I want to, but it's terrifying. Yeah,
Lufthansa
it's all good.
205,
You get
airport
really
12
used to
o'clock,
it.
7 miles report inside.
What you guys can do is you guys can, when we're doing
Lufthansa
routes
205, clear to visual
that
approach
aren't too
23 tower
crazy, you
1187.
can come and fly along with me and then listen to what I say and then basically say the same thing but change a number. So Cactus 1121, you'll be Cactus 1122
Have a go.
or something like that. 11, you know, something, whatever else you want to make your call sign. How does your VATSIM controller sound so clear? I turn off the quote realistic VATSIM sounds. They sound nothing like a real controller. They're this audio effects. So go to audio and then press disable HF effects and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna tune up tower. It's 18.7. You know what? Maybe we should test the RNAV capability of this thing. Toronto Center's Cactus 1121.
Go ahead.
Well, we figured we're on stream. Might as well try it out and see what happens. We can request the RNAV Yankee 23.
You're streaming.
We are.
Okay, expect the Yankee 2-3.
RNAV Yankee 23. We'll plan for that. Cactus 1121. Thanks. All right, let's
Send
do
me
it.
a link.
Stand by.
Oh. Okay.
All right, we're going to change this up. Go Toronto. Star. Star. All right, let's not do that, I guess. All right, we're going to change it here. So it's Nuber 6 query still active there. Look for the RNAV Yankee 23.
Sir,
good
good
evening,
evening,
X-ray.
Air 772, 2700.
Okay,
we don't have the
772 Toronto
Yankee.
identified.
Probably should have checked
climb
that first.
7,000.
7,770.
Oh, I know you. For Cactus 1101.
Appreciate it. It turns out we don't have the Yankee available. We have the extra of the Zulu, so we can just keep it to 2-4 left if that's fine.
Okay, expect 2 for.
Thank you.
I suppose the Fokker is not RNP capable.
Yeah, I was hoping. I should have checked.
No worries. Canada 772 direct cap to climb flight level 230.
230 direct cat, 772.
All right, go ahead and deploy our spoilers here. Look, look at that. That's insane. Look at the level of deceleration you grabbed from this speed brake at the end. Not really a spoiler. I call it a spoiler, but it's a speed brake is what it is. Oh, it just did that. I didn't do that. It just put the spoiler or the speed brake away for me. Apparently, it has this in its brain that it's going to reach its point. I don't think it will, personally. I want that spoiler or that speed brake to stay out, but it's adding thrust, even though it needs to slow down, which is a little interesting. I might take the auto thrust. I might take it auto thrust off. I'll do this manually because it needs to slow down for 250 coming up quite soon. There comes the VNAV path coming in a little bit there. Better. Nice. Okay, through transition is 999. 999. Perfect. It's back on its VNAV route. Let's go and do auto thrust. LL stands for low level, means the basically the throttle is idle. It's a weird way of saying it, but that's what they say. Now this waypoint rocked us below 11, or sorry, below 15, above 11, 250 knots.
Canada 175 to send 8,000.
I'm kind of curious to see if it'll
8,000
do
for
it.
175.
It's not looking all that great, to be honest. Like, it's currently looking like it's not going to make it at all. We have 3 miles to go. It's just getting below 15 now. Go and deploy the spoilers, or the speed brakes. It knows it's in its brain it has to do it. 250, right? It hasn't sequenced for 250 just yet. Now it just sequenced. We're below 15. I'm going to get rid of the speed brake. There's 250. Just made it in time. But I don't think if I didn't deploy that speed brake, I don't think it would have been able to do it. Like, it's adding a ton of thrust. So this is that bug that we were talking about. And a person yesterday in our stream, who's a real Fokker pilot, said it is a bug where the auto thrust is a little sluggish. It's too slow to react,
to send 6,000.
and when it does react, it makes a giant input and it doesn't do it properly. So VNAV is a little interesting. We'll call it. Like, we're cleared down to 11,000,
772 surveillance services.
and there's no
terminated.
reason
Flight
why I should be
requested. You're
high on
cleared
the
en route.
path. We just go idle and descend.
Cleared on route 772.
Profile. Like, it's adding thrust when it needs to descend. We're high on the path. Don't add thrust. Just go down. Descend quicker, please. But we'll let it do it. We'll let it do what it wants. I'm here to monitor it.
Cactus 1121, direct Mayrod, descend to 8,000.
Mayrod 8,000, Cactus 1121. All right, first technically should be the altitude. We'll go 8,000. And we are 8,000 descend on that. Direct Mayrod. What'd you call me? Call you a Mayrod. Anyways, direct Mayrod. There we go. So for this, I'm going to select flight level change. So we're going to click level change, 250. And now what should happen is the airplane should go idle. And it should descend at 250 knots. Now this is where it starts to really get sluggish. You're going to see this airplane go down to about 4,000 feet per minute. Then it's going to over accelerate. Then it's going to go to 500 feet per minute. It's going to under accelerate. And it kind of gets in this weird
looks like you're not turning.
Oscillating effect.
Turn right heading 030, descend 6,000, please.
I'm sorry. 030 descending 6,000 there. Can I want to?
Actually doing a pretty good job. Of course. We'll keep watching.
Descend to 5,000.
The airport's in sight right off the nose.
5,000 for one.
Flew the Fokker 28 for the Horizon Air,
right
and if
turn,
you were in
please,
the
right
back,
turn,
you not feel
030.
it, but there would be a very noisy audible when it was deployed. Interesting. I thought you'd feel like some sort of shaking or something. Speaking about the air brake, yeah, that's interesting. I thought there'd be some sort of like vibration to that. It's pretty freaking massive.
175, turn right immediately.
Just quickly take a look at our TCAS. All right, no one near us. I've seen players the controllers have to deal with. It's insane. Yeah, it's quite funny, actually. It's a fun idea. I think so, J5. I think so. I float on one of these, but don't ever remember feeling anything. Just a lot of noise. There you go. Maybe you just can't feel it. Just Flight has the Horizon livery for the F28 by default for the minus 1,000. Yeah, I don't own the 28. But automatically deploy the speed brake on short final. Short final. No, it shouldn't do that. It will deploy when we arm the lift dumping system. It will deploy on touchdown.
Canada 175, you gotta follow instructions, please. Turn right heading 050.
There's an example of someone not following it.
Problems with this plane. I'm sorry.
G'day. Cactus 1121, descend 6,000.
6,000, Cactus 1121. All right, we're 9 for 6. Sorry, 9 for 8, but we've been cleared to 6, so we'll select 6,000. And we'll reselect flight level change. It's weird that there's no flight level change announcement here, just the green light. You get ISE, I guess, but that's about it. I guess that's what that means. So he's going to take us straight over here, left, and come in. We're going to land on this one right here, 24 left. This is Fly Tampa, Toronto. Honestly, the lights in the sim, like these lights are way too strong. You don't really see them like this in real life too much. You only really see them when you're like down the pipe is when you'll start to see them. 7 for 6,000. And if you invert those numbers, it's 6, 7. Sorry. Anyways, we're leveling off. The auto throttle is coming back up to assist in that. You can see how look how delayed that is. We've lost 10 knots from just leveling off with no wind. Now we've lost 12 knots. And finally, it thought about it. Threw some power in. So it's a little sluggish, the auto thrust, and I've been told by a real Fokker 100 pilot that that is not the case. It should be better than that. So it should be giving me a descend 3,000, probably just as we pass the airport here.
1121, descend to 4,000.
There you go. 4,000, catch 1121. 4,000, flight level change. Nope. Firm 4 confirm, flight level change. There we go. Planes with that split rear speed brake, the RJ, BA 146, and the Fokkers are famous for landing with the speed brakes out. Yeah, I talked to some Fokker guys, and again, for their company, they used to do that, but then apparently it changed where the speed brakes were only supposed to be used after touchdown. So I'm not sure. Oh boy, 220 page manual for the Just Flight Fokker 100. Nah, you'll be fine, my friend. I have a cold and dark video ready to go. As soon as the airplane comes out, we'll launch the cold and dark video. I'm just holding off till the airplane comes out. Got Toronto City on the right hand side over there. Center, if it helps, Cactus 1121, field in sight.
Cactus 1121, roger. Join the final outside of 5 miles. Clear to visual approach, 24 left, contact tower, 118.7.
Going the final 5 miles or greater, and that's runway 24 left, visual approach, over to tower 18.7, Cactus 1121. Have a good one.
See.
Badoop, we're going to go 3,000 feet. Level change. We're going to set this... pull. Whoops. Pull. There we go. And we'll turn left to a heading of 040 for the time being. Wish the screen zoomed in more. This is the most zoom you can go. I can't go any narrower than that, unfortunately. I'm gonna start slowing this thing down a little bit. We're on with tower. We'll get ground up and running as well here. Ground is 2165. And let's get our approach. And we're going to bring it left to heading of roughly 270. We'll start with 29 actually. It's Cactus 1121. We've been instructed to clear the visual 24 left, turning an 8 mile final.
Cactus 220, correction 1121, Toronto Tower winds 2503, clear to land rate 24 left.
Clear to land 24 left, Cactus 1121. Clear to land, lights can come on. Let's go and slow this thing down a little bit more. And we'll select our first flash setting of flap 8. We'll start our replay.
Gear down.
The field is in sight just over there. Loc alive, loc captured. Glide slope is now captured. Gonna hold one. We'll hold 190 till we're a bit closer on final here. And we'll slow it up. This thing is a drag machine. You can get this thing slowed easily. We're gonna go ahead and arm the lift dumping system there. Auto brakes are low. I forgot to do this. Bad pilot. Everyone sit down. Do it immediately. We're cleared to land. We're also through 10,000. Let's go and get our wing inspections on. All the lights are on currently.
Delta 347, good night tower. This is holding shore.
All right, visual approach can be stable by 500 feet, at least for SOPs that I use and I'm used to. So another 1,000 to go till we have to be there. Let's go and grab our gear down now.
Delta 347, Toronto Tower winds 250 at 3, clear for takeoff runway 23.
Clear for
Take a
takeoff,
long
runway
time
23,
for this gear to come down. All right, let's start slowing down a little bit more. Next flap setting, flap 15. This thing is a rock, I'm telling you. Final approach speed of 121 it was, which is kind of insane. That's what it gave us. Don't know if this is actually supposed to go purple or if it's supposed to go red. I assume it's supposed to go red.
Cabin crew, please take a seat for landing.
I'm going to go auto thrust disengaged.
Cabin is secured for arrival.
And we'll slow this thing way back. thing's a brick, I'm telling you. Bring that thrust back up. To catch it at 121 knots. 500, we're stable.
100 above.
Autopilot disengaged. Never actually landed this thing at night, so we're going to see how this goes. I've never landed the F70. Landing, visual. Correcting height. That's a trim noise, don't worry about that. I know it sounds very scary.
Glide slow.
We're visual.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Idle.
10.
Close to the horizon. Whoa, too much. Way too much on that pitch. A little sensitive this thing is.
Delta 327, contact Toronto Center 125.778.
Reversers deployed.
Delta 347.
Manual braking.
You said contact tower.
And I've been told
Sorry,
by
I
the
couldn't-
Fokker pilot that we're not supposed to use.
Delta 347.
Okay, now
contact
it's going to toga thrust. Stop.
Delta 347, roger that.
I have a-
contact center.
I have a button that it doesn't like
125.7.
on my
Thank you for
joystick.
everything. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Anyways, I've been told not to go more than
Cactus 1121, cross runway 24 right, then right Charlie.
Charlie. Okay, interesting. Cross 2 for right, then right on Charlie. Cactus 1121. I've been told not to go more than idle reverse. Apparently, there's a restriction on the Fokker 100. I assume the 70 as well. That leads to cracking in the clamshells. Clear across 2-4 right, clear left, and we're clear on the right as well. We're gonna stay completely configured until we cross the runway here. Stressing out the cabin crew, right? Is it true the Fokker feel heavy and less reactive compared to modern most add-ons? It does, but right there, as you saw, I barely pulled on my yoke, and it had quite an effect there. So it feels weird to me, but what feels good to me still, like my benchmark flight model that I love is the MD-11. That one is fantastic. All right, we're clear here.
Cactus 1121, right Charlie, contact ground 121.65.
Right on Charlie 2165, Cactus 1121, thanks so much. Flaps can come up as well, switching over to ground. Ground Cactus 1121 on Charlie.
Cactus 1121,
Where are you parking?
Toronto ground, get a safe parking.
Terminal 3, anywhere there is fine for us, Cactus 1121.
Cactus 1121, taxi Charlie, Alpha Juliet.
Charlie Alpha Juliet, Cactus 1121, thanks so much. All right, for the instance of times, guys, I'm gonna actually have to do the replays now, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna disconnect from VATSIM real quick because I don't have time anymore. Girlfriend wants to play Fortnite, so we're gonna have to do that. I'm gonna change it to daytime so you can actually see the. Whoa, my God, my eyes. We're gonna actually see the replay.
Pull up. 100.
The gear on these replays takes forever to come back out, but it is out, I assure you. It's kind of annoying, actually. Cap Jack, hello, thank you for stopping by. No worries, my friend. Love watching you fly this airplane, or any plane for that matter. Great job. Thanks so much. Thanks so much to Jack. Guys, be sure to go check out Mr. Captain Jack on his channel there. Awesome, awesome guy. Put our flaps back to the full position. There's where I overflared it. And then just brought her nicely back down. It's actually very easy to land. I just have to work on my profile in terms of the sensitivity. So what I'm going to do right now is I think I'm going to have to make an F70 profile. I was using my F100 profile, and that did not like it. So we're going to save this one as F70, and I'm going to do another approach and see if that fixes it for me. We'll put it back to real time. Bring us back over here. and press stop replay. We'll press record. Let's see if this is any different. Get back on this glide slope here. That's the trim noise. It sounds kind of funny, I know, but rearm that. Low. A little bit of power. Probably the funniest trim noise we have. Excited to see I can't speak. Excited to see the Falcon? Yeah, it should be pretty cool. I got a video ready for you guys tomorrow as well. No callouts, that's fine. Holder. Nice. Yeah, the pitch definitely felt better there. I think I screwed up the roll with my profile. Let me quickly go adjust that. And we'll try this. So by the way, guys, what I'm doing on these approaches, I'm kind of doing a little bit of a CRJ 200 kind of approach. Because this thing doesn't have any leading edge slats on it, you approach more nose down. See how we're only at 700 feet per minute, which is a normal 3-degree glide slope, and we're basically 1 to 2 degrees nose down. On a normal newer airliner where they have about those leading edge slats, for a 3-degree glide slope, you're about 1 to 3 degrees nose up on most modern airliners nowadays. So what we did in the 200 days was at 50 feet, we brought the throttle to idle. 30 feet, you brought the nose to the horizon, and then the rest of the way down, you just held off as much flare as needed. So that's kind of the technique I'm doing here, and it works quite well. So I'll kind of talk through it. There's 100 feet, doing nothing, just keeping my aiming point all well. All right, there's 50 feet idle. 30, nose to the horizon just a little bit, and then we're just going to add flare as we need. And you can kind of do that. Now, I find in the Fokker series, it works a lot better if you do that technique at 30 to 40 feet. So instead of doing 50 feet idle, as I just described, that was a CRJ 200 thing. Do that exact same thing, but at 30 to 40 feet. Now, I'm not getting my callouts because I'm doing a bunch of replays right now, but that's what I suggest doing. It seems to work quite well in the Fokker. Flight streamer, hello, welcome. Thanks very much for stopping by. Really appreciate you being here. How is it? I'm liking it. Yeah, we're doing a couple landing practices right now. Flight streamer is what we're doing. We're just going back and forth, kind of getting my technique down. It seems like my an RJ 200 technique works quite well for this thing, and also dialing my Moza yoke profile at the same time. But I'm loving it. A couple bugs here and there, but it's pretty freaking good. There's 50, 40, 30, idle. Nose to the horizon, just gently, and just hold it there. Little bounce. Bring her nicely down. So that's kind of the technique I like to use. I'll show you guys in the daytime what it looks like. Sorry for your eyes. I'm really sorry about that. We're gonna wait for the gear to come on down. It's gonna say we're stalling because I had my thrust at idle in the replay and it thinks we lost speed. So go back to 120. Very slow approach speed for this F70, by the way. It's sad there was no failure for the F100. Yeah, I wish there was failures. Hopefully we get that later. Hope the barbecue went well. We actually didn't end up at the barbecue. We ended up at Mandarin, believe it or not. My week is so busy. No worries, flight streamer. We'll catch you eventually for sure. All right, let's try this in the daytime. I'll show you guys what I'm kind of talking about. The gear is down. So what we're going to do is that through 30 feet, I'm going to pull power to idle. And I'm thinking instead of nose to the horizon at 30, I'm going to do it maybe around 10 or 20, to be honest with you. So I kind of was diving it there. There's 30 idle. Okay, that was a bad example. That was worse than the Nightline. Let's go replay that. Bring myself back a little bit here. Stop replay. There we go. Just give myself a little bit more time. The gear has to come down, which is super annoying. The gear has to come down every single replay, which is pretty annoying. Oh, it's actually, as soon as you touch the ground, it has to come up, or has to come come down. Anyways, holding our approach speed, holding that aiming point nicely. Got about 77 on the N1 currently set. Let's come back on the center line there. Gear is still not down, by the way. It's still traveling. All right, idle 30 feet. Nose up a tiny bit to the horizon. And just keep adding flare as needed. Tiny bit nose up, tiny bit nose up. Quick in your reverser. And that's the technique I think that works quite well for this jet. It lands a lot like the CRJ 200. Kind of makes sense because there's no leading edge slats, but this is kind of what I'm doing. And again, the gear is coming down, but it's kind of annoying. Idle, nose at the horizon, and then just keep adding back pressure. Just keep adding back pressure, and it'll settle down. And now the gear's down. So here, coming on down. 30 feet, idle thrust. Nose up to the horizon, just so where you're, it almost looks like you're not getting closer to the runway and you're not getting further away from the runway. You're kind of just leveling off almost like a 172. And then you just keep adding a little bit of back pressure till she touches down. The only thing I had to do there was add a little bit of right rudder and we'd be golden. Let's do one more. We'll do it at nighttime again. And then we're going to call it a day. But that seems to work out quite well, in my opinion, how to land this thing. There's no auto throttle. There is, but I like just doing it manually personally. I think my reversers did not work. Let's see here. Pause. Get out of your auto thrust. There we go. That was the problem. Yeah, there is auto thrust. It does work, kind of. But I just like doing it manual. You know me. All right, stop replay, record. Got a replay going. The replay kind of sent me high and wide. Let's try that again. Don't really want to have to save that. Pause. Get the speed under control. 177 N1 kind of hold her steady, roughly. Stop, record. Now we're not getting our GPDS callouts, and that's because I've been doing a lot of replays, so I kind of screwed some stuff up. But here comes 100, 50, idle, nose to the horizon, and this add flare as needed. A little bit of right rudder. Get the reverse. And that's kind of it. The nose gear gets a little squirrely on the ground, in my opinion. But that's okay. We'll press replay, and that was pretty good. So that's the technique I use. You guys can use it. You don't have to use it. Do whatever you like to do. But I find it works quite well for these non-slat aircraft, like the CRJ 200 and the Fokker and all these type of non-slat airplanes. And what I'm talking about are these leading-edge slats. These don't come down. These are just fixed. And so when those are fixed like that, you have a much more nose-down approach than you normally do. All right, just holding it off. Touchdown. All right, now if you want to make it into a shorter runway, you might have to power idle at 50, right? Just do it a bit higher. So let's say if I were doing this on a much shorter runway, for example, we'll say it's DC or whatever. It's like a 5,000 foot strip, right? Stop, replay, record. First of all, let's nail our descent rate. There we go. Get our speed all... Oh, auto throttle turned back on. Stop turning on. Auto throttle ruins my approach every time. Stop, replay, record. Alright. Kind of flying in our wake now, but anyways. Let's say to make a shorter runway, instead of doing idle at 30, do idle at 50. Alright, so a little bit of power in there for the speed. Well, it kind of got all screwed up because of where I'm starting here. Let's back up. Let's back up a little bit more. We'll do one more example, and then we'll call it a night. We'll do it from here. Gives it time to get out of my own wake turbulence and all that kind of stuff. The auto throttle is off. But I'm loving this plane, guys. I hope when this airplane comes out, you guys pick it up. Fishman says, oh, Mandarin. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, when this airplane comes out, I hope you guys pick this thing up. I think you'll enjoy it. I enjoy it, at least. I do think they gotta fix the amount of thrust. Is like you move your thrust lever a little bit and tons of thrust comes out. It's kind of weird. Could be real. I don't know. 50 feet, right? And then instead of flaring at 30, wait a little bit longer, then a last minute little flare, and walk her down. You can do that as well, right? So if you want to make it at a much shorter distance and not have as much float, you can do that as well. So it really depends how you want to do your flare, where you're landing, all that kind of stuff. But we're going to call it a night there, guys. So I got to go. I got to play some Fortnite, as you guys know. And we will call it there. We'll do a couple replays of this, and we'll call it a night. But hopefully... What the heck? Hopefully this will help you out for when you guys get the airplane and how to land it. I'll make a video on this as well, how to land the Fokker video. I'm not an expert on it, but I'm just giving you the way I do it. And it seems to work out quite well for these non-slat type aircraft. So I'll press play. We'll let her go. Do a couple at day, a couple at night. And we're going to call it a night there. I'm excited for your tutorials on this plane. Definitely pick it up when it drops. Nice. Well, I have a cold dark startup tutorial ready. It's all edited. It's on YouTube. I just want them to release this airplane first, and then I will drop it. Not my best landing. Not my worst. Thanks, Flightstream. Appreciate it. You know what? My girlfriend's not going to like this, but I kind of really want to try a crosswind landing real quick. So I'm just going to quickly dial up the winds. Let's make them let's make it realistic. We'll make it 30, 28 knots. Make it a 10 knot gust. We'll add a couple knottage. And we'll make it from that way. All right, press and unpause. Stop replay. Record, unpause. Gears down. We've got a hell of a lot of crosswind now. 28 gusting 38 now. So we're going to add, we'll do 127 or so on the approach speed, somewhere around there. Getting all nice and rocked around. It's okay. Don't focus too much on the speed bug. Set an N1, set it there. Don't forget it, but set it there and play within a very small margin. If you start chasing the speed bug, you're going to end up stalling or overspeeding. Just fly the airplane down. Nice control movements here. 50 feet, idle thrust. Nose to the horizon. Looking way at the end. Left rudder. Right aileron. Get her down. And then as soon as the nose gear touches, the rudder gets very weird. It's almost like the CRJ. In that way, I kind of want to see that improved. But that was pretty good. That was my first kind of high crosswind landing with this thing. You can see we're approaching like this. Right? And then as I go... Okay, well, it doesn't play properly, but... As I go, I add left rudder. And it straightens on out, right? That's what we want to do, just before touch. J5, welcome to the membership. Thank you so much. Thank you to the T-Tailor Club. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm also getting pre-release. Oh, I think it's worth it for sure. Yeah, you'll like this one, Flightstream. I love it. Let's do that again. Let's increase the wind direction a little bit. And the speed. There we go. Bring this back a little bit. We're going to press stop replay, record, and we'll do another one. This is a bit more of an aggressive wind this time. As you guys can see, I'm having to fight it a lot more. So we're going to get over to the right-hand side of that. I'm full left aileron right now. don't think that would be real. But maybe. Bring that thrust back a little bit. Auto thrust. Auto thrust is on again. Replay, auto thrust, off, stop replay, record, record. There we go. That auto thrust really likes to screw me up mid replay. Alright, fighting these winds here. It's okay, we'll get her down. It's 28 gust and 38 correcting speed. Idle. Tiny bit of flare. Left rudder. Get the reverses in, get your braking, all that kind of stuff. We'll end it there. I do have to end it now. It's very addicting to just keep doing this. Thank you. Really appreciate the membership, J5. And the gear's not down as usual for these replays. It's the only really annoying part about this. There's that right rudder, or left rudder coming in. Right aileron to hold off the rudder. Just like your 172. See it from here. Looks worse because of the hill, but it wasn't too bad. All right, guys, we'll set up one last position. I'll be good to go. That's a cool little thumbnail. Hope you guys enjoyed this little kind of instructional thing to the end. If you guys are sticking around, appreciate you. We'll be flying this thing a little bit more often. And tomorrow we'll be flying a mystery aircraft, which some of you have already guessed what we're flying tomorrow. And we also have a video coming out at 11 a.m. We'll be there all day, so be sure to check that out. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.